everybody, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar, and welcome back to another dancehall video tutorial. Welcome to the mastering series, the first video in the mastering series here at jadrumsupply.net. So basically, what I do in this series, I have songs I'm work on. I'm not really do too many rhythms because that don't really kind of capture the whole essence of mastering. Yes, I can master rhythms, but that's way easier than mastering a song because a song of vocals, you have a lot of moving parts. You understand what I say? So they'll do mostly song. Now the song in question today is a song with me mix. There's a whole cliche that say don't master nothing where you mix, which is cool and it makes sense because basically when you mix a song, you kind of fall in love with it, you like it, you know what I mean? You like how you mix it. When you master it, because you already mix it, it's hard for you pick out stuff what might not sound as good as it's supposed to and change it because you mix it so you're already kind of familiar with it. Whereas if you send it out to somebody else to master it, them go hear things where you might not hear because you listen to the song for 8-10 hours and I mix it so everything kind of starts sound good to you. Whereas somebody will never hear it, they might hear stuff what you not hear. You know what I mean? But mastering engineers not cheap. So you have companies who kind of try to bridge the gap. You know, you have companies like Ozone or Isotope, and then you have IK Multimedia with T-Rax, which that's the one we don't use. That's the one we don't predominantly use throughout the series. And I mean, so I'll go ahead and load up the suite. We're not doing nothing in the FL Studio. We're not doing nothing with no VST. We only work with 2-track WAV file. Cool. So we'll load up T-Rax right now. And as we load T-Rax, the initial interface in a T-Rax is this. It load up with this processor, especially if you have the latest one. That's cool. We'll just close out this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'll go file, we'll go save as, or save, not really matter. We'll go back to the desktop and we'll call this project So Lucky. Watch over me, right? And we'll save that. If we go back to the desktop, we have the So Lucky folder now here, and we have the T-Rax file. When we import audio, that will drop in. So let's do that. So if we go file, it can drag and drop, but I'll just do it the kind of the through the menu. So file, import audio, desktop, and we'll load in the WAV file. We're not with an MP3, we'll do it with a WAV file. Cool. Let's open that. Cool. Now this is the third mix I'm gonna do for the song. This is the one where I'm kind of really say yeah I hit that, So this is the one I'm gonna master. So we'll press Control and 4 for bring up the waveform menu. So if we look at it, levels are like a bit on the hot side. You understand? But that's cool. No big deal there. So you understand what I say? So let's delete these and use. Cool. So we'll get a preview of the track. As you can see, levels kind of look hot, but looks can be deceiving. Let's go back to here. Let's bring in Control and 3, the meter, and so we can check out the levels and see exactly what I go on.
Walk through the valley, the shadow of death. I fear no evil. Guide my step.
Watch over me. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha. The test the water, see how deep it is. Them hard colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Them want to stop the life you live because they hear me, them want to knock you out like Ian did. I'm not surprised, what you does it to Christ. Can't tell a friend by looking at his eyes. Who wasn't a friend, they plan up for your demise because them have the mice on your price.
Alright, cool. So immediately, one thing I'm already here is a little bright. You know what I mean? It's been a few days since me actually listened to it, but it sounded a little bit bright. Cool. So without go through and without kind of correct, those stuff. We have the tools. Like I said, this is a full suite. So we have EQs, compressors, we have reverbs if we need it, and all of that. We have different stuff that we can use to kind of go through and kind of really immerse yourself in the process. So the first thing we do add, like I said, it sounds a little bright to me, I mean. Everything else kind of sound cool. I like the levels. I like how everything kind of wide, I mean. The reverb sound good. All of that sound good is just a little bit essy, a little bit bright upon the top end, I mean. Cool. So the best tool for that would be, you have a DSR where you can use an EQ. In this case, I'm going to use the DSR, and the reason I'm going to use it is because it covers a wider range. With the EQ, certain EQ can give you the ability there, but in this case, I'm going to have something like that. I have a linear EQ, or I have a EQ, parametric EQ, I mean, or we can come in and, drop the shelf and all of that, but we don't want it drop constantly. That's the problem, I mean, so we don't need that. We don't use the DSR. So let's switch back to the waveform view real quick. Let's loop out the chorus, and we'll just start work.
Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Father God.
I'm going to try to create a loop. There's a way to do it here. So let's create a loop. Oh my God. Here we go. Cool. Let's go back and look a bit. Perfect. So now let's just turn on the DS. So let's kind of solo out the region we want to listen to. So let's listen to the DS. Notice how everything kind of get silent, probably. Just have to lower the threshold, you understand what I say? So I want to really catch. So the range I typically want to go for, and as I can see, it already set 8 to 13K. So one kind of stay in that range and kind of capture most of the region there. How much without DS, it really depends. See, if we go too fast, that's too fast. We need something more kind of grab it, team it, you know what I mean? Cool it down a little bit when I feel. All right, so if we turn off the DS and listen to it, let's bypass it.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel.
Listen to the part where I'm saying, send an angel.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hard colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
And then see if we engage the soft switch, kind of make it a little bit more smooth, a little bit slower. We don't want that. I kind of like the DS in one I get right now too.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
Nice. Really, really like that. Cool. And then as I can see, the waveform is pretty constant. You know what I mean? I do a little bit of a soft limit to it. Kind of keep it under control. So we don't really need too much on a compression. You understand what I'm saying? So when we do add a compressor to this, because remember, you know, with the mastering process, we really kind of just enhance the track. You know what I mean? We try to bring out the good and try to get rid of a little bit of the leftover bad. So what we don't do, we don't go through all the simple things, EQ, DS, compress, we don't really do nothing else. That's all mastering is. Yeah, try to bring out the best out of a good mix. You understand what I say? So from the DS, we don't go into a compressor. We don't go in a compressor with very, very, very light compression, probably like a half a dB or so, because we don't need more than that. You understand what I say? So we don't go in very, very soft, and I'm going to really go crazy. So they'll drop the release time to the slowest. We'll put the attack time to the absolute slow. No, we'll put the release at the absolute fastest, and the attack we'll put at the slowest. So slowest attack, fastest release, and then we'll modify until we start get about a dB at most of compression. Ratio we'll use about a 4:1 ratio. Actually, the 3:1 good. We see it on. So this is with the compressor on it.
Father God, watch over me.
See how it kind of make the thing get loud? Don't like that. Do not like that at all. So we don't swap that. There's some weird about this compressor. I don't know what the hell it is, but we don't swap that. And I mean, we don't go multi-band compression instead of using this. I don't know what they're going with it, but yeah. Because remember, so we go in, we already get compression and we're not even set at threshold. Kind of probably just need to do some reading on this to see why it's based off of, based off of something. So let's delete that up to, let's see, 1 second.
Father God, watch over me.
All right, cool. Let's use the Apto compressor. So it's a mu star variable, mu compressor or whatever, Technical shit, we don't need to really get into that right now. Like I said, we'll just try to get a good dB at most of compression out of the thing. So let's bring the output to 0.
Father God,
so if we watch your meters over here, so before the compressor.
Father God, watch over.
Right about 2.3. Let's reset that with the compressor on.
Father God, watch over.
2.3. No compression. Cool. So I'll keep your attack, like we say. 3, that's how we did have it set in the last one. Can double click. So let's go 3. All right, that's fine. We can't use nothing for slow it down, so that's cool. Attack, slowest, release, fastest.
Father God.
I would slightly increase the compression.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
And because the levels is not exactly a dB, a gain reduction would compensate by simply just putting like 0.7. So somewhere like in the median, because I can see the meter go a little bit over 1. So we just kind of compensate.
Father God, watch.
This is without the compressor.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God.
Listen to how the vocal just kind of come forward a little bit.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hard colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge.
And I mean, I really like that. So, cool. Let's move on. Let's add another EQ. I use this master EQ here. The reason why I use it is because we have endless possibilities of stuff that we can choose from. So in everything, there will always be frequencies what kind of just nagging, kind of stand out, you know what I mean? With a precision EQ like this, you can get rid of stuff like that. So we have a high shelf, we have a low shelf, we have out. This is all one section here. This is just, so we have the lows, mids, highs. This is where you choose the bandwidth. So if you look at the numbers on the EQ, when we press range, notice how this change. So 0, 1, 2, when we press it again, 0, 2, 4. So it kind of spread it out. So when we put it at 6, we only go up to 6. When we put it at 9, we go up to 9. When we put it at 12, we have full range. You know, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4. But we just have more resolution. We can go up. Cool. Push EQ is basically putting the EQ in our out, turning it on and off. Reset is for kind of reset everything back to normal. So this up here so is the Q. So if we put a frequency, this is how wide the Q will be. So we want the Q narrow. We do some subtractive EQ and we kind of fix some bad frequencies. So we'll kind of just boost the levels. Please lower your volume because this could get very, you know, damaging to the ears. We'll boost some levels and sweep through, and once we find a frequency I want to like, we'll take it out. So let's start with the top end first. We'll go all the way up to 25K and we'll play and we'll boost it by 12 dB.
Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hard colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge.
All right. Let's engage. Boost by 12. Lower the Q.
Father God, watch over me. Fight the fight, send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
9500. Very brittle. Don't really like that. So simply just go rotate and we'll take out about 2.5, 3 dB.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight, send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hard colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge.
Don't like that either. Or widen the band a little bit and we'll take out the same 2 dB.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
Now these changes are very subtle. Don't expect nothing drastic. All we are doing is we are clean up the audio. You understand what I say? We are clean up the track. It's nothing wrong with the mix. It's more of a, it can be better. You understand? Or just a perfect the track by tweaking the small minor details. And then as far as the low end, what we do is we simply, we know I'm not really take out too much of the bass. So we'll start up around 500. The lowest will probably go about 140. So let's boost. Open up the Q.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm.
Alright, so right around 570, it kind of give you off this like comb filter. You know what I mean? Like a band pass filter. Basically like a high and a low pass filter together. Father God, watch over me. Day and night. Listen to the clarity.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha.
It's cleaner. You know what I mean? It's a much cleaner signal. Cool. After we EQ, we'll go back into another compressor. This time around, we'll go in a multi-band compressor, right? Because we want to do a little bit more to the individual frequency. We want to kind of affect them differently. So for this, we'll use the T-Rock Quad compressor, which is a multi-band compressor, basically. And we'll kind of add a little bit of energy back in at the top end, but we'll kind of tame down the mid-range a little bit. As you can see, we already get gain reduction. So let's bring the threshold on all of them sections and all the way up, so we're not getting no reduction. And we work our way through. So we'll start with the high mids. Attack we'll put all the way up, like I said, release all the way down. Ratio, we'll go 3 to 1.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight.
Actually, may I hear something? So we'll start with the top end. We'll go 2 to 1 for that. Attack, up, release, down.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over.
Alright, so something weird is going on.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight.
Alright, so we get gain reduction, but it's so small. If you look on the meter, or not the meter, look right here, so you can see so we get the reduction, but it's so small.
Father God, watch over.
That if the release too fast,
Father God, watch over me.
it barely even show. That can be a problem. So let's switch this up to 48 dB per octave.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life.
And then the only way if really kind of get that for react even more than what I would want, shift the frequency over a little bit or increase the gain going into the quad compressor. So we'll do exactly that. We'll boost it by 1 dB.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night.
Cool. Now you see we are getting more compression. So let's switch this back to how we did have it.
Father God.
And right in at the mid-range with our
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me are the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hard colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life.
no, just listen to the vocal come forward. That's all we are doing. We are trying to get it come forward. The vocal at the start of the show. You understand what I say? So that's sounding good. You understand what I say? Cool. We don't even with the low mid. Don't even with the bass. I like the bass and the low mids exactly as is. So more back to the top end now. So what I'm going to do is more add a little bit of saturation to this. And the mode, we don't just sift through until we find a mode that we like. But for right now, everything's sounding good. We'll just add a little bit of saturation to it. Add one more EQ and then add a limiter, and we should be good.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man.
Notice how the master mode plus 12 bring up the bass, and I really like that.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
Really, I like this iron mode. We'll go brick wall and we'll turn on over sampling at its highest it can go.
Father God, watch over Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me.
If you turn off everything,
Father God, watch over me.
here the bass not even as fat as it was.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life.
And you can see we slowly creep up towards 0. You understand? We're about minus 0.9 right now. Cool. Like I said, without add an EQ, without use the Pultec, the EQ P1A. And what we do is without simply boost and attenuate the same frequency. So we'll go 3 up and 3 down. 16K, bandwidth all the way out. Not even to touch the low end at all.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me.
Cool. Perfect. And lastly, let's add a clipper or a brick wall limiter. Same thing. We'll set the ceiling minus 0.4. We'll use clean for start, release time, fastest, attack time, slowest. No threshold is a fixed threshold. So once we start go over the threshold, we'll start gain reduction.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge.
Alright, cool. So you might wonder what the fuck happened now, gain reduction now happen. Once you switch the modes in the style, it kind of take with the gain reduction meter, you stop see it. So that's what's happening. That is not no reduction, it's just not seeing it on the meter.
Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me falter, but me a the alpha. They test the water, see how deep it is. Them hot colder than the pigs that freeze up in the fridge. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life.
levels looking good. So let's go ahead, bounce this out, and then take a listen after the fact. So let's turn off the loop. And go back to the beginning and then bounce this track. So go file, go export, audio, we'll put WAV file, resolution, 24-bit, dithering, don't really need it. We'll keep it at 44. I think we mix this at 48. I believe I mixed this at 48. So we'll keep it there. WAV file, of course, so we'll go export. And we'll not save it there, we'll save it on the desktop in the So Lucky folder right here. And we'll put, instead of mix, we'll put master. And just like that, you know what I mean? About what? 30 minutes or so, we have a fully mastered recording. No, it's not to say you shouldn't go back and listen to your song. Always go back and do that. You understand what I said? Don't make this feel like I say enough to go back and double check on your work. Take as much time as you want. There's no right or wrong. There's no time limit. I hear music. In this case, it's not my music. So what me do is me go back, listen to it in the car, see how it sound. Before I send it off to the artist, you know, if him not like it, if I want to change something, then he make me know, make the change, I send it back until we get it correct. You understand what I say? That's just how the thing go. So if we minimize this, bring up FL Studio, and if we drag in the mastered file and go on the desktop and get the unmastered file, lot of shit on my desktop. So WAV file, and if we like just take a look at the waveforms, you'll kind of see, for whatever reason, my desktop just freeze. There we go. So this is the unmastered. Hold on, could I swear I save the thing as master? Yeah, So Lucky, mix, cool, and then we have master. What the fuck? So let's go back in IFL. So this is the master, this is the mix. So let's delete this. So if we zoom in, no, they might be saying like, why the fuck the file? You know, it almost looks similar and it look no different. It look like it master. It is mastered. It's not, you know, like a classic mastered waveform with just big blob. But if you look at it, you can definitely see the difference. You understand what I'm saying? So if we zoom in, you can pay attention and notice the difference. And I mean, you have a lot more information in this file here than we do in this one here. You understand what I'm saying? If you look right here, you see this big gap. So you will kind of fill out the spaces. And if we take a listen to the mastered and unmastered, so we'll just right click on.
No man rise them while I'm asleep.
Sorry about that. The reason for that is because this I got through, my vocals I got through the master. So let's turn this off and do a quick A/B.
No man rise them while I'm asleep. Protect me from the demons in the street. When me a walk, man, me see them a peep. Father God, watch over me. Day and night, man, fight the fight. Send an angel to protect my life. Father God, watch over me. Stand firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Them want me.
No comparison. You know what I mean? The master is much more in your face. It did it. You understand what I say? Until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar. Peace.